Welcome everyone. In the next few minutes, we'll review the latest HR news. Let's get started. On September 4th, the U.S. Department of Labor's Wage and Hour Division published its Spring 2025 Unified Agenda. The agenda offers a glimpse into what the agency is working on in terms of employment-related regulations. As expected, the agency plans to rework some regulations and get rid of others. For example, employers can anticipate hearing something soon about the independent contractor rule, as well as a proposed rule on joint employers. However, the rule about the federal salary threshold for the white-collar exemption under the Fair Labor Standards Act was moved to long-term actions. This means it's under development, but the agency doesn't expect to have any regulatory action for at least a year. In the meantime, the agency is applying the salary threshold set in its 2019 rule. In other news, the Federal Trade Commission took steps on September 5th to dismiss appeals in 2 federal circuit courts and allow a rule banning non-compete agreements to die. If this hadn't happened, employers would have needed to notify current and former workers, except senior executives, bound by existing non-compete agreements that their agreements wouldn't be enforced. While the FTC rule was vacated at the federal level, employers must still comply with state laws on non-compete agreements. These laws vary. Some states prohibit non-compete agreements altogether, others restrict them to higher paid workers. And finally, on September 9th, bipartisan legislation was introduced in Congress to expand leave eligibility under the Family and Medical Leave Act, specifically for educational support staff. Because their work schedules are limited to the school year, many educational support staff members don't qualify for FMLA leave because they don't meet the 1,250-hour threshold needed to qualify for FMLA leave. This keeps them from being able to take FMLA leave to care for themselves or a family member. While this measure is only in the beginning stages of the legislative process and might not pass, employers should be aware that Congress still has leave law changes on its radar. That's all the HR news we have time for today. Thanks for watching. See you next month.